Hey, what's up guys? I'm gonna reiterate this many times, but before I get into this is a rumor, not a leak. Nothing here has been confirmed yet. We are not to treat any of this like fact unless it is directly from Nintendo. But because this is a pretty detailed rumor with no, text in it saying, oh, this is just a rumor, that like everyone there is kind of positive about it at Eurogamer, I'm gonna talk about it as if it were serious, just for the duration of this video, because it seems interesting and I want to give my thoughts on it. So here we go. So if you read through that article, it said that the Nintendo NX is actually pretty much exactly what I said I thought it would be a while back. And that's a handheld system with a fair amount of power and, obviously all the controls inside of it, with a dock that hooks it to the TV to let you play on your TV. That was my estimate for a long while and what the NX could be. So it would be pretty cool if I ended up being right. Does that make me as credible as Emily Rogers, I think? Who knows? Let's see. Anyways, what they said about the power of the system is because it's a handheld, they are putting a IndyTheGreat chip inside of the system. Now, if this was a Tegra 1 chip, we would be looking at a system that's, about the same power difference as the Wii U was from the 360, like above the Wii U. So, with a properly optimized system, it would be around that power level. So not very strong for a console, but for a handheld, that's not too bad. If it's using the Tegra 2 chip, we don't know what the power of that one is, but based on NVIDIA's new Pascal architecture, that system could very well be around Xbox One power level in a freaking handheld. Now, why I'm not too worried about the handheld power part is because of Nintendo's patent for the supplemental computing device. What that could allow is a handheld, and when it's connected to the TV, it gives it more power, because now that it's connected to the TV, it doesn't have to worry about battery life or heat or anything like that, because it's inside its new dock. That'd be really cool. With Xbox One, okay fine, let's just say Wii U, stronger than Wii U power level in the handheld component. What does that mean? That would mean the games that are normally considered to be handheld Nintendo games would now be getting a nice, I guess, supreme graphical treatment, and that'd be really cool, and the ability to play it on the TV. So think about games like Monster Hunter and Pokemon, games that desperately could use a facelift because they're being held back by their handheld systems. And also the next Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing always sells better on handhelds, that's a fact. So it'd be really cool to have my previous video on Animal Crossing to be coming true, even if it's on a handheld. And imagine if it had that supplemental computing device hooked into the TV that bumped those games up even further. That'd be freaking awesome. Now, I know they're trying to keep the cost of the system relatively low, so what I think is going to happen is if they were to use that supplemental computing device, even with the IndyTheGreat 2 chip inside the system, what we would see is maybe about a $250 handheld with, the power level we kind of expected. And then the standard dock that comes with it will just play the game straight up on the TV, no modifications or anything. But what I think is that the supplemental computing device could be either an extra $200 to $250 or so for the option of players who want to use it, and it gives them access to games, either exclusive games, which I don't think would be the best idea in the world, but it could give them access to maybe exclusive games, but really what it could do is just enhance the graphical effects. Anyone who plays PC games know that PC games, or any games in general, are very scalable, and you can play those games in low resolutions, lower all the settings, no problem, as long as the game's developed in a higher graphical quality so that it can be bumped up in the future. So, making a game on that would be as simple as just bumping everything up if it had the supplemental computing device on the TV. Maybe just a stronger GPU, given that IndyTheGreat CPU is actually fairly strong. So yeah, what do you guys think about this rumor? Yes, I want to just reiterate, it's a rumor, not a leak. Nothing is true yet. We are not going to know until Nintendo officially announces the system. This is just an interesting conversation point, and honestly, what I think about this system is that if it came out without the supplemental computing device with the Tegra 1 chip, we're going to get a Nintendo system with probably no Western third-party support, which would suck. But Japanese devs would be right on board just like they were with the 3DS, and I know Nintendo's going to churn out a lot more games because they just merged their handheld and console development divisions, which is one of the most important things they could have done, because that's the reason why the Wii U was so slow at releasing games, because so much effort was put into the 3DS. If it had the Tegra 2 chip with a supplemental computing device as an optional add-on, we could be seeing some third-party support as long as the system's easy to develop for, because they could take those already enhanced high graphical versions of games made for the, the upcoming PlayStation Neo and Xbox Scorpio, and just downsize them for the NX. just like how you would do on a weaker gaming PC by lowering the settings. So I don't think that would be too much of a detriment, as long as the system's easy to make games for. Having the handheld aspect of it and Nintendo's first-party games could probably get this system with a decent, install base to entice third-party developers to jump on board early on. So yeah, that's what I think. I'm just looking forward to seeing the actual official announcement for the system, but this is very interesting. It's a very interesting set of rumors indeed.